This is John, a gifted young man who would like nothing more than to lead a normal life serving in his church and working for a good organization with a great vision. But this has proved difficult for John because despite his competencies and upstanding nature, he is unable to fit into society because of his sexuality and his love for expressing who he is in his dressing. He faces discrimination and cannot secure a job in line with his skills, making it hard to make ends meet. The Constitution of Kenya disallows discrimination against anyone. Article 27 guarantees equality to everybody and prohibits the unjust and differential treatment of people on any ground, including their race, pregnancy, gender, marital status, health status, ethnicity, color, age, disability, religion, conscience, belief, culture, dress, language, or birth. Despite this, the state and the people of Kenya have continued to engage in systemic discrimination and violence against individuals on their real or perceived sexual orientation or gender identity. Anita faces the same plight. See, the government recognizes her as Peter, and efforts to try and lead a normal life as the person she now identifies as are being thwarted. How can you get a job, vote, travel, or even secure a passport when your documents don't reflect the person that you are, and trying to get them changed is an exercise in futility? The Constitution also guarantees everyone's inherent dignity and the right to have that dignity respected and protected. While it's not illegal to be homosexual or have different sexualities and identities in Kenya, Sections 162 and 165 of the Penal Code of Kenya criminalize private consensual sexual conduct between adults of the same sex. The law essentially deems illegal any type of unnatural sex that is sex that does not lead to procreation. Sections 162A and C state that any person who has carnal knowledge against the order of nature or permits a person to have carnal knowledge against the order of nature with them has committed a crime. When found guilty, they face a maximum of 14 years in prison. Section 165 states that any person who commits an act of gross indecency with another male person has committed a crime. This excludes penetration and includes superficial methods to attain sexual pleasure. This section only applies to men, and if found guilty, they face a maximum of 5 years jail time. So in comes the petition. The next step for John is to petition for his rights, in essence, for his right to live. In 2016, Petition 150 and Petition 234 were filed by the National Gay and Lesbian Human Rights Commission, the Gay and Lesbian Coalition of Kenya, and the Nyanza Rift Valley and Western Kenya Network. If this case is won, then it means a better life for John and a major step in equality and non-discrimination for everyone in Kenya. We will keep working to ensure full compliance with the court ruling and working with the stakeholders to expand protection on grounds of sexual orientation, gender identity, and expression. Should the case be lost, we have security, advocacy, and communication systems set up to address any cases of violence or discrimination against John, Anita, and other persons on grounds of their sexual orientation, gender identity, and expression. As it stands, the Constitution promotes human rights and equality for every person. The petition does not stand for rape or any other form of non-consensual acts, including sexual acts with minors or sexual conduct in public. John, as well as the rest of the petitioners, believes that anyone who is in violation of the petition should be punished as provided for in the Sexual Offences Act 2006. The petition isn't about the legalization of gay marriage either, or about a referendum process to change the Constitution. Article 45(2) of the Constitution recognizes marriage between a man and a woman. This petition is a fight for equality, constitutionalism, and the rule of law. What John asks is for the protection of human rights for all as enshrined in the Constitution of Kenya. Repeal 162 speaks to the right to privacy, where adults are afforded the right to engage in consensual sexual conduct in private, the right to human dignity, the right to the highest attainable standard of health accorded to every citizen, the right to equality and non-discrimination, and freedom and security of the person, the right to life and access to justice. Let John and Anita lead a life of dignity.